Hi, what is up, y'all? I know I'm a little bit late with my UFC. I believe it's Fight Night 12 recap video. Happened this past Saturday, but I actually just finished watching them, and they were really good fights. And I made 3 picks, and I got all 3 picks. So, I had to come and talk about it. So, real quick, I made 3 picks on the main card, the top 3 fights. I chose Raquel Pennington to beat Marion Renau. She did. It was a unanimous decision. It lasted all 3 rounds, and they went at it. Go back and watch this fight card if you didn't see it. It was some really good fights. It was a back and forth fight. They both landed shots. Marion kept coming forward. She kept switching positions on the cage, but you could tell that Raquel was physically stronger than Marion. She couldn't really keep a hold of her the way she wanted to. Raquel had some nice clinch work. She landed a crazy amount of knees that really started to take it out of Marion, especially towards that 3rd round when Raquel really started to walk away with the fight. She was landing the harder shots. She was able to take her down with some grounding pound, and she really, I believe, won that fight in that 3rd round. So it was a great win for Raquel Pennington. And it was a nice display of skill and a nice reminder of how the bantamweight division for the ladies got some talent there, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing, a couple more good fights like that. So who would you like Raquel Pennington to fight next? Next up, the co-main event, and I got this pick, and oh my goodness, I chose Josh Emmett to beat Shane Burgos, and he did, and this was a great fight. One of the best fights of the year so far. Please go back and watch it. Fire fight that went back and forth. Josh had a 5-inch reach disadvantage. Shane was going forward the entire time. He is tough as nails, but as I've said before, you need to tighten up your defense, Shane. You need to get them hands nice and tight. You need to get some head movement. You need to start throwing and exiting on angles. You need to get some deep. You need to tighten up the defense, man. You are way too willing to absorb punishment. Way too willing. You like to fight, you could tell. You like to fight, but you can't be willing to take all that damage because it will eventually take it out of you, even though you have a great chin, and eventually your chin won't be so nice, and that's actually what we saw here. They were going back and forth. The first 2 rounds, I have to look at the stats because in the first round I don't know the stats, but the second round I know that Shane landed more shots. It was probably 1-1 going into this 3rd round, honestly. In the 3rd round, Josh totally took over the fight. He landed 2 super big knockdowns, plus another one he kind of made him do a little squat real quick. Shane was on the defense most of that round. Again, that 3rd round really won it for Josh Emmett. In fact, one of the judges even gave it to him by 2. It was a unanimous decision in favor of Josh Emmett. This was a great fight. Oh, Josh also hurt his knee within the first 30 seconds of the fight. So his movement was hampered. Shane was landing lots of leg kicks. He knew it was hampered. He was doing his thing again. So he won this fight with the hampered knee in the beginning of the fight. Great win for Josh Emmett, who said he's tired of being looked over or be made to look like a gatekeeper of some sort. And I'm with him. Give him a top, someone ranked above him. I'm with him, someone ranked above him. So who would you like to see Josh Emmett fight next? That featherweight division is stacked. He's on a 3-fight winning streak. Now, main event, and I got this pick too. I chose Curtis Blaydes to beat Alexander Volkov, and he did. All 5 rounds, unanimous decision. It wasn't the most exciting fight. In the beginning of the fight, he was really taking him down. I mean, he had that big old man, Alexander, what is he, 7'2" or something like that? Really, what is he? 7 foot something. He had him flying through the air. Taking him down, ground and pound the entire time. But eventually he gassed out. And in that 5th round, I was worried. Actually, by the end of the 4th round, you could tell that he had gassed out. The takedowns got harder and harder for him to get as the fight went on, although I do think he did get a record. I believe it was 25 takedowns, 24 takedowns, something like that. Someone let me know there for a heavyweight main event. But yes, a good performance, but he gassed. He gassed bad. He gassed so bad, I thought Alexander might actually get a win in that last round because, you're easier to knock out when you're tired. So you're going to have to work on that. And he said, he's got the best wrestling in the heavyweight division. Your wrestling's not better than DC. Curtis, I want you to be confident, but don't be overconfident here. And DC doesn't gas like that. These other heavyweights, they don't gas like that. They've done 5 rounds, so you can't do that with these other. You can't do that with Stipe. That's not going to beat Stipe. And that's the bottom line, because that's where you're at. I think you're ranked number 3. That won't beat Stipe. So you're going to have to work on your cardio if you actually do want a title fight. That's why Dana White said you should have another fight off of that performance, and I actually can't blame him for that. So who do you think Curtis Blaydes should fight next? Do you think he should just go ahead and wait for the next title shot, the winner of DC and Stipe, or Stipe and DC, excuse me, or do you think he should have another fight? Because honestly, you got to get that cardio together. So let me know how you did on all of your picks. Again, tell me about the entire event. Jim Miller had a nice win over Roosevelt Roberts, who just had a fantastic win himself. So So we'll see how he goes next. Jim Miller, of course, said he missed that crowd, and of course he would. He's a crowd favorite. So let me know how you did on all of your picks on the entire fight card. I know Tisha Torres, who is the spouse of Raquel Pennington, she also got a win. So I got to go back and watch the prelims and all of that. So talk to me about everything, all of your picks, any injury updates, who you want everybody to see fight next. Somebody gave up on the card. Someone apparently went back to their corner and was like, I'm done. And their coach was like, no, you're not done. And they're like, I'm done. No, you're not done. I got to go back and I got to watch that. And apparently went back to fight and got messed up and quit. So again, you guys talk to me about that. Talk to me about all the things that happened with this incredible event. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care. Goodbye.